5 stages of grief are as follows: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. But you already knew that. As you get the news of your parent passing away, the consequences of them not being in your life become apparent. You've lost a connection so important to the human experience that your entire worldview of your own life is changed. Whether you're 20 or 70, the rest of your own life will come into view, harshly, rapidly, sickeningly. Your consequence either way, and in the most logical way, is your family has lost a way to obtain resources, even if they didn't obtain resources. The potential of even the most slothish person will become apparent. This will become a ruse. You know these factors to be true, but they aren't important. They won't happen. Something else will come in to fill the gaps. It won't. You're not doomed, but it won't. You're not in denial. These things don't matter. They never mattered. They did, but they'll come back. Their absence is only temporary. It doesn't matter that it was sudden or if it was known. There's no way that not having them in your life will impact you. They're not gone and there are no consequences. A person you thought was your friend was using you. As you find out about the betrayal of your friend via the act of consequence, it is all but null. There's no way they'd do something like that. They were your friend. You weren't just someone to receive things from. You helped them and they helped you. You weren't transactional. You were mutually beneficial. You meant something to them. You must have. When you found the missing piece, you blamed it on yourself. This is your fault. It couldn't have been anyone else's. You're not gaslighting yourself. You're just jumping through mental hoops. This situation is more complex than you think. It was no one's fault but yours. You were expecting something in return. Maybe you just have to work harder for longer. That job you want is just a few more deliberate, difficult, and unpaid actions away before you finally get into that position you want. You could take these guys to the moon and back. You know you could. It's all right there at the end of your fingers. Don't mind the chains on your ankles. It could save you. It could save others. So you do these things out of love for people who don't pay you a single thought. They will though, you just have to keep at it. Changing your position in life is vital for your own success, so you binded your legs to a position that would, in your mind, guarantee success. It's a great plan. If you can't move out of the way of success or are running full speed at a thing of success, it will be impossible for you to miss it. Don't mind the fact that the success you're chasing is moving faster than you. You'll catch it eventually. It'll get tired. It's frustrating, isn't it? Whose fault is it? Is it yours? Is it the drug company's? Is it the driver who is texting their drug dealer? They'll have hell to pay. You'll sue them. You'll eat them alive if given the chance. They took the life of your parent. Why shouldn't you take theirs? It's their fault they died. They have to pay the price, not you. You lost more than extra resources. You lost everything you ever knew from the moment you were conceived. You lost the only thing you knew you'd lose, eventually, but at the same time, the only thing you could truly and reliably look up to, no matter their imperfections. We're all human and imperfect. Your entire way of thinking comes into view. The people behind this still deserve to die for what they did to you. It's no one else's fault but theirs. How could they? Why would they? Are they satanic? Peace that's gone now weighs you down to the point where you can't think about anything else. Rage against the dying of your thing. That peace meant a lot. It meant more than you could say. They deserve to have everything taken from them. You'll never let go. You can't. Your friend betrayed you. They took from you. You should take from them. Don't mind the consequences of retaliation. They aren't factitious. They're real. You know they're real because it fills every ounce of your being. Your cells writhe and burn to the point you can't sit still. You might as well do something you'll regret later. It doesn't matter. That peace mattered. Why won't they answer? How could they not see how much you've done? How could you have received nothing? It's their greed, it must be. Those people can't see your value because the only thing they can see is their own problems, despite the fact their own problems could be solved by you. You could have fixed them and brought them to the stars and back. Don't mind the fact your axe came off as an attack. Dr. Seuss would agree. Maybe it's time for them to see how much it was meant to be. Just one more act. An act so mac they'll have to take your value as a fact. Maybe then they'll see. Not even a thank you for your cue. Maybe then they'll see how pleased they'd be when the problems of their martyrdom will cease. Please. Maybe they aren't dead. Maybe there's a cure to their death. To death itself. Christ rose from the dead, didn't he? Maybe if you pray, they'll come back. Maybe there's a reason they could still be alive. Their chest is still beating. Don't mind the fact they aren't breathing. God might be able to save them, and maybe you can too. Maybe if you bury them in the pet cemetery, they'll come back. Maybe witchcraft is the solution. Put a hex on the reason they died, and there will be no choice for the universe but to bring them back. Maybe if they return what is destroyed or pay back what was deployed, it'll be okay. The universe can be back in balance. You'll be back on your feet in no time. What was once yours will be yours again. You just have to offer something of equal value. Don't mind the fact you'd be losing more than what you had before. It meant so much. It meant so much. You must be willing to do anything to get it back. It's not like it was meant to go. That friendship of yours was so great. Maybe they'll be willing to change and come back. Maybe it wasn't transactional after all. You should ask again. Maybe if you do something else, you can have it. It should be yours. You deserve it. It could be more chores. That's not a bore. You've already done it before. What's one more go? Maybe an act so cracked your 90s won't even seem like an attack. They'll definitely see your value then. Make an offer they can't refuse. It's not like they'll choose to truce and you'll lose. It can't be done. You fit right in and then it'll be okay for both you and them. Your constant action isn't draining. It's just the weight of work, just raining. It will all be worth it. If they don't respond, you're just worthless. They're gone, there's nothing you can do. Nothing will ever be able to fix that feeling you're having. It's your fault after all. You never said the thing you needed to say before they were gone. It's your fault. Maybe they wouldn't have died if you didn't think. Maybe they wouldn't die. They couldn't die. Just because you couldn't imagine it happening doesn't mean it wouldn't happen. It's your fault. You can't believe they're gone, but they are. Why God? Could he have let this happen? Would he know how badly you feel? Did he take that into account? Would he not even feel the remorse of his act? It's your fault. You'll never get it back. That relationship meant everything and more. That peace was worth the world and now it's gone. You have no room to stand and the floor under you is banned. Queso couldn't relate. Abundance is great, but I guess it was fate for you to feel this weight. It'll be back, but that's why it's gone. This is your punishment for being wrong. It was gone from the start. The hole in your heart was always there and will always be there now. You'll just feel it more. That betrayal was the worst thing that could have happened to you. It was inevitable. This is your punishment for being gullible. This would have happened no matter what, you klutz. They were never going to answer. No matter how hard you try, they couldn't see around their cancer. That being finance. The problems you wanted to solve weren't yours to dance. Why did you even bother to prance? You slimy piece of shit. How could you not have seen this crypt? Boy, you're in it now. The problems you've endowed gave wow to cows, but where did you end up? How? You only tried to fix. Next time you know this nix you put on your 6 is nothing but bricks. You've chained yourself down. Now how the hell will you make it into town? You were only trying to be better. To solve the header of the story you weathered to become something in this letter. Maybe it was for no one. You never knew them, son. You're done. They're gone and that's okay. It wasn't your fault. It was no one's fault. Not you, not them, not God. And that's okay. Everyone dies. That's how the game plays out. You live, you do stuff, you die. All in a fraction of an instant. But you knew that already. Why was it so hard to understand that? Losing someone is hard. It's the hardest thing anyone can go through other than torture itself, maybe. But there you're only losing teeth and blood, not your heart. It changes you like torture. Your mindset of what the foundation of what it means to be human changes entirely, no matter your age. It makes you wiser and less closed off to what is. Your world opens up and you're forced to change. That's the scariest part of all. It's gone forever. It's not coming back. Stop gaslighting yourself. Maybe you losing that peace was for the better. It doesn't matter now. You just have to move on. Just because there's a hole in you now doesn't mean it will be there forever. Something will fill that gap. What once was will be again. That connection or thing or piece you lost will come in a different form. Peace will come back. History repeats itself, and it should to you. It was never meant to be. You were just trying to climb an unclimbable tree, jumping over and over to reach the branches. Why did you keep on giving them so many chances? It hurt you in the end, and trying to let go felt like pretend. You always felt they'd call to get out of the rut, and you thought they'd fall, but they never did. To them, you were always just a kid. It was always meant to be, the lesson you learned trying to climb that tree. You weren't tall enough though, and that's okay. You'll find a smaller one. You'll plant your own, and then you can climb that a ton. That's a good plan, Chief. I'm glad you finally understand the concept of grief. It's the most important thing you can experience. Your eyes will open to the grandeur of reminiscence. It's not always about death. Sometimes it's about the breath taken from your behest. Also, it's the end of this season, so maybe you should subscribe for a reason. Hey, it's Stem. My Adobe Premiere subscription is about to run out, so consider sending a super thanks. It's under the 3 buttons next to the share button. Thanks.